Okay, here's what we're doing today. There's a little lady who's an invalid. She's here on Venice Island in a nursing care. She called me yesterday and said she's locked down. They won't let her get out because they're afraid to let anybody out due to COVID. And she's had fish in the past, so we'd like to have a little fish tank. So we're going to set up a little fish tank for her, and we're accepting donations to do this. We're not going to charge her. Typical retail on this is about $150, but it'll be a gift, so you all can help if you like. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. So, the first step in setting up our little 10-gallon tank for Kim is to make mud. And here's how we make mud. We start with dirt. Here's peat moss. We'll do 4 hands full of peat moss and black cow mulch, 2 hands full of that, and potting mix, a couple of hands full of potting mix, and then we do our additives. This is baking soda, a little bit of that. Diatomaceous earth, a little bit of that. Lime, a little bit of that. And then some blood meal, a little bit of that. Epsom salts, a little bit of that. Iron plus. And a little bit of Osmocote. Okay, now to make mud, once you have dirt, you add, guess what? You add water. So we're going to add water. Now we want to make a mud pie. We don't want to make mud soup. And it looks like we've got mud soup. So let's break all these chunky pieces up. And then, let me show you how we turn mud soup into mud pie. Normally I would let this sit for a while. And I'm going to kind of break it all up, because I want to get this project underway. Okay, now we're going to take this over to the tank. That looks like sand. We'll come back and get some of that. Hey, Frank! See if we can get Frank to help us. Coming up to the tank. And the tank is right here, a little 10-gallon tank. Okay, now, as you notice, we have mud soup. And I noticed my phone just went off. It's talking to me. Do me a favor.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Frank! What you looking for?
I need some of your shrimp for the seahorse.
All right.
And then I think I'm going to get another one of the smaller clowns.
Okay, I just got a bunch in.
That maroon one.
Yeah.
He won't leave that
Get
other
her
one
a
alone.
few shrimp, like about 20. She bought the seahorse. Okay. And then help her catch a little clownfish. And I need that bucket of sand right around the corner. If you could bring that to me, please. And what we're gonna do is turn mud soup into mud pie. Just set it right here. Thank you. And the way we turn mud soup into mud pie is we catch the mud in the net and drip it like so, and it becomes mud pie. One, look at that. Two, and one more. It's dripping. Drip, drip, drip. Okay. Now, we need to level it out. It's going to give us a little less than an inch, but we don't need more than that. Just want to keep this from coming all the way up to the top of the tank. Moving halfway. Okay. Try to clean the dirt off the sides here a little bit. Now we're going to put sand in it. And I have wet sand. I normally use dry sand, but I happen to have this wet sand that came out of an existing tank, so it's actually going to be better. But I want to be careful putting it in, that I don't put it under the dirt. I want to get it on top of the dirt, and I want to get about 2 inches, so we're going to need a fair amount of it. Some more. Okay, let's see what we got. Important thing is to not do what I just did, which is to get the mud up in the sand. This is a little tricky. Works better with dry sand because it just kind of lays over it better. So we're gonna need more sand. You see there's a little dirt there and a low spot, so let's just get some more. See how it's soupy? It's because the sand is wet. It makes it more difficult to do when it's wet, because the dirt has a tendency to float up. So let's just do, we've got about 2 inches there and an inch down here. Let's get another inch at least. On this end. We've got water on top, which ain't good at all, but we'll make it work. Let's see where we're at now. We're pretty good depth. Now what will help is if I get some of the dirt off the top, and I'm looking to see if I have, here we go, just sop some of this up. This is a one-handed tank setup. There we go. Okay, that's better. Toss that in the sand. Now, what we're going to do, let's see, let's do a little structure. How about we do one of these fancy rocks? Which one? That one's pretty cool. Let's do that one. I think what I want to do is set it up like that, which will allow us to add more. Okay, now we need a hose and a safer. We'll put water in this. Let me get my hose. Which I think is over here. And see if I can do this one-handed. Let's get about 6 inches in here. Did you get the fish yet? That's too big a bag. The other one's much too big. That's a 5-gallon bag. Get one of the small. She only wants one fish. Get the small bag from the top here. Now. Okay, we're about half full, which is about what I want. So at this point, we plant the tank. Let's see what we got for plants. These are some of some plants from Kentucky. Or let's do a little sword. 5. And some kavamba. Okay. We're gonna get them down in the sand, not in the dirt, because we don't want to be stirring up the dirt. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we need to add fish to it. So let's get a net. And we got a few fish. On and on. Let's see. That'll do. Okay, so we have fish. We gotta get a light. Fish are all hiding. You see them. They're hiding in the plants. Let's see. I need to put a sponge filter in here. There's a couple. I need to get a filter and put it in the back and a light, and then we'll get it over to her.
She's gonna love that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So there we go. Okay, this is a 10-minute planted fish tank. So there you go. All it remains is to fill it with water. Going to put a sponge filter and a little air pump in it, and then a light will show it to you when it's all done. Okay, here we are. A little cloudy. We've got the pump running. It's only half full of water. I'm not going to fill it right now because we have to move it. I'm going to pull half of that water out to move it. But I'm going to let it run overnight and clear, and then we'll deliver it tomorrow, and we'll show the video of it being delivered. So there's the little tank. Fish are all hiding. I don't see them anywhere. Probably hiding in the rock. We've got 6 or 8 fish and about 7 or 8 plants. So it'll be nice. It'll look pretty. She'll be happy. Again, anyone who wants to contribute to this cause, this is a $150 system, including light, pump, all the decorations, plants, fish, everything. We've already got about 50 donated, so it'll be a nice gift for a little old lady who can't get out. She's locked in with people afraid of COVID. So there we go. We'll show it again in the morning, and then when we deliver it.